Finally get to finish my side step modifications here at TJM Chipping Norton. Gonna pick up the replacement steps. All right, so we're finally getting around to sorting out these steps. So we've been out to Bob, we got the replacement ones. They've got considerably worse since part one of this modification that we plan to do. And I think even the driver's side now is bent. Yeah, so it's got a couple of knocks in it, a bit of a bend. Now my original plan was to completely sleeve the pipe. It's not until I've actually got it in my hand that I see that the collar that they've used, the outside diameter, works out at a 2.25, 2.25 inch piece of pipe. So not something that's readily available. I can get exhaust pipe 2.25 inch, but I don't feel that that's going to be worth doing. 4mm gal angle laying around, which I've sprayed up black. And what my plan is now, new plan, is to weld that, the bottom of the step section there. Pick up this bracket, pick up that bracket, do some welds onto the pipe, and then pick up this bracket. So I'm hoping that this here will strengthen that surface, so if I do land on it, it will be a bit stronger than what's there now. I just think with the angle there, it's not going to allow it to bend like that between point to point, between the two brackets. So that's what I'm hoping for. It'll actually help like slide over things too now, which the chassis was doing before anyway. Now because I'd Sikaflex the clamps on when I originally fitted it for a water seal, I didn't want to break that seal, so I've managed to unbolt the step by itself. Probably lost 10-15 kilos of weight too with all this mud in there. A little bit tedious because I had to twist the step because I had Sikaflex in here too. But where they do talk about having rust, there's no rust in these ones, so I've kept the water out of the pipe. It's quite bad. When I loosen up all the bolts, it bent even further. Well, let's get them out of the paint shop. They've been welded in. So we've picked this bracket up, we've got welds across the pipe, we've picked this bracket up, and then we've got this corner. So that'll be considerably stronger, and it'll have a surface where it'll let me slide off stuff rather than bounce off it. And lucky I got the side step there. I had the back tyre further up that second ledge towards the bottom. So really we don't want to do too much more bending on that step, but I'm almost up. So really, I should be okay. Also ended up fixing these collars too, so got all the rust off them. Another thing I'll do this time around is get a bit of fish oil into the tube before I hold them together. Good old White Knight Rust Guard fish oil. Just get it in there. I know the car will probably smell like fish for a while and have stray cats around it, but when it's coupled up to that one and it's rolling around, it's just another deterrent. All right, it's on. It's way better. So I've got a flat surface now. Also, it's widened what hits the rocks. I love it. So I should be able to, it's more of a slider now as well as being a side step. Well, I feel like I've lost a considerable amount of ground clearance here in a straight step. I used to have a bit more in the middle. But yeah, I'm not a bells and whistles kind of guy, but the shiny checker plate looks good. And we'll do our best to gain more ground clearance in the future wheeling. But it should be a lot stronger. So here's some of the stuff that we did to bend the original stuff. I do love the TJM step. It gives a really nice wide footprint to use as a step. Running the 35s, you get enough clearance off the ground that the step doesn't over-empower the truck. Maybe with a factory lift and factory tyres, the TJM set up with the brush bar and the bigger diameter tube may not be as aesthetic as what it is, you know, when you've got a big truck. So I love the brush bars. I love the brace that it gives the bull bar whilst winching. It's just always on my mind that, you know, it's all about bracing. You're pulling 3 ton on your winch, and you don't want that bull bar to move a millimetre. So it's really nice to get these nice straight ones back on. Thanks for watching.